Yo guys, what is going on? Savage here. We've been getting a lot of positive feedbacks for my tips and tricks videos, and I'm really excited to hear that people are getting more kills per game now, their KDRs going up, and they're getting more wins. Also, you guys have been giving me some bomb ideas in the comment sections for upcoming videos. And a lot of people are like, Savage, why do you want everyone to become better? Don't you just want to win games? Yes, but I want the game to be more enjoyable. If you just have a bunch of people who don't know what they're doing, sitting in bushes, sitting on rooftops, camped up, it slows the momentum of the game down and makes the game stale in general. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also hit the like button, guys. Let's blow this thing up. Let's get to 300 likes this video. And if you guys are interested in watching this gameplay live, make sure you follow us over on Twitch. The link to that will be in the description below. But the entire video, I'm going to be breaking down and analyzing why we're doing what we're doing, what we should have done instead to make a better play. And I'm also going to go in depth on what the enemies that we kill should have been doing in order to avoid their own deaths. But again, guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Also hit the like button on the video. But let's go ahead and dive into this. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start off in the gulag. Now, this match right here was an absolute cluster at the beginning. Long story short, I fell to my death from the get-go. I don't know. I was distracted, didn't open my parachute, and I died. So y'all know what's going on. Now I'm in the gulag. Guys, when it comes to the gulag, confidence is key. Stay moving around. I find that when players freeze up in the gulag and they just hold one corner, they start crouch walking or anything like that, they end up getting outplayed. The most successful gulag winners are always on the move. But guys, my team is in the middle of a fight, so I'm gonna go ahead and land on them. I pick up a bison. Luckily, I really do like the bison. I'm gonna come out with a class video set up on that. All right, guys, so before you judge me, basically what I'm gonna do is I hear two enemies coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and lay prone because I know that I cannot outplay two people, missing plates, low on ammo, with only a bison, especially close range. We don't know if they have their loadouts yet. We don't know what they have. Guys, element of surprise is key. A lot of people will stand in front of the door. A lot of people will stand next to their teammate looking at them. But guys, you want to put separation on you and your teammates to an extent. So that's why I made that play right there. Those guys played that completely wrong too. As you see, they both moved in together and I blazed them down together. Again, you want to stay near your teammates, but you don't want to hold their pockets because it will end up costing you both your lives. So callouts are key. So I have a teammate that's on the ground that's down. He's telling me that he's going for the res. So while he's going for the res, I'm gonna go ahead and get my res up. I get him up and I instantly just jump down on this dude while he's still getting the res off. He was able to hit the res, but I was able to finish them both off regardless. I don't really think that team played that wrong. It was just kind of a race of who would get the res off first. The enemy team didn't really play that wrong in that situation. I would have gone for the res as well. A lot of people will sit there and they'll freeze up. They're like, should I go for the res? Should I not? They'll start the res and they'll cancel, then they'll start the res and they'll cancel. Guys, you have to make a quick decision. Commit to the res or don't commit to the res. Don't sit there and second guess yourself, because by the time you decide to start resing, you could have already had your teammate up. So either A, go for the res instantly, or B, just play it out and sacrifice your teammate. All right, guys, we're playing in a world of third partying. So what happens when you wipe a team? That's right, another team pops out of the woodworks like Satan just spawned them from the depths of hell, and they're gonna be sitting on a rooftop to try to third party and get the kills. So of course, I go to the roof unknowing that there's an enemy on the other roof and he's got the better position because he's got the higher ground. So I'm gonna keep my body to the wall. You see me scan the rooftop real quick, trying to see what the best route to bail out of this fight is. One of my teammates is off by himself, unfortunately. He goes down. I don't want to push the enemy because I only see one target down there. So I have a guy on the roof and I have another target. I don't know how many teammates there are actually up. So a lot of times you'll see players just full send jump down there and chase the one guy, and then they end up running into three more. Don't ever assume when you're pushing a fight, guys. Unless there's a knock, don't ever assume if you're pushing a fight. Again, guys, you want to analyze the situation. I didn't break his armor. I only peppered him. So why would I full send and chase this dude into possibly my death if he has more teammates up? All right, so right here, we're kind of hesitating because we're not really sure where the enemies are at. These guys are so freaking spread out. I don't know if they did it on purpose or they're just a bunch of bots just happened to be separated to the point where they were dominating our faces. But we're going to try to play this as slow and passive as we can. So we're sitting here trying to analyze. I don't know what happened to this team. They just kind of bailed from the fight. Guys, if you're going to waste your ammo and you're going to waste plates, you might as well finish the fight. I still don't know what happened to them. They just died, backed out, got kicked from the lobby. I'm not really sure, but they gave up. You can see right here, I'm running the new LMG. I'm trying out the class. I actually really enjoy this gun a lot. Once the Grawl gets nerfed, I'll probably end up maining this gun, to be honest, and I can do a setup video on this weapon if you guys want me to. But anyway, I'm sitting here buying things, trying to get my teammates back, trying to get this and that, and lo and behold, there's a team camping the crate, and you know, it's my own fault. I should have pushed the crate with my team. We all should have been there, so if I would have got shot at, they could have helped. I should have scanned the area before I just tunnel vision onto the crate, because that's exactly what I did. I tunnel visioned. I ran up to the crate. I saw the crate. I didn't even look at the doors, didn't look at the roof, didn't even analyze the situation. And surprise, surprise, that's where the team was that ran from us. That's where they were. They just repositioned, got better positioning, and they got the kills. Look, that team played the situation extremely well. They realized that we were in the police station. They didn't want to deal with us sitting in the police station, so they went ahead and booked it and gate kept us over by the buy station. They knew that we were gonna have to buy our teammate back. They killed. They analyzed the entire situation and came up with the play of the game. All right, this situation is pretty unique. I don't really say we do this too often. So we're down teammates, we're broke, we have no weapons, and there is a king bounty under us. So I'm gonna go ahead and land on the roof. Sometimes you just want to risk it all. Sometimes you do want to gamble. Not all the time, but sometimes you want to. So we're outnumbered, we're outgunned. We're midway through the match and we don't have a loadout. So we're gonna full send this fight. While he's fighting my teammate, I'm gonna come up and I'm gonna try to get some kills with the pistol. Luckily, I'm pretty accurate with the pistol, so I go ahead and get one kill. My teammate, before he went down, got another. That leaves one, maybe two. I don't know if this is the team that we were just fighting. I feel like it is. Sometimes full sending situations will benefit you. You have to analyze the entire match. You have to look at it and say, okay, if I don't full send these guys, what's gonna happen? What would have happened if we didn't full send them was I'd be running around with a pistol. My other teammate that just respawned would be running around with a pistol. We'd only have one teammate that actually had plates. We'd only have one teammate that actually had a weapon. And it would be a really hard game to win. So at that point, it's like I would rather either A, die and restart the game from scratch and get a better start, or B, full send the shit out of this team, kill them, get their loadout, get their money, and go on to win the game. And that's exactly what's happening. So again, guys, analyze the entire match. If you're midway through the game and you have a pistol and there's nothing you can really do, full send a team and see what happens. Especially since we had the high ground anyway and I was able to jump in on them from behind. All right, so people love camping buildings. That's nothing new. We're not going to really get into that, but there is a team that's spread out in these staircases that happen to be camping. We're going to go ahead and push them together. Normally, I always say don't stay next to your teammates. However, if you're pushing staircases, the last thing you want to do is push one at a time because you will get annihilated one at a time. Push together in staircases. I know it's contradicting what we were just saying a couple of minutes ago, but again, staircases is a whole different ball game. So is rooftops. You know, you want to push together. That way, if they shoot one of you down one of you, there's three more right there to repay the favor. All right, so I actually enjoy going after king bounties. I love hunting them down. It's basically a free radar blip. I mean, you know exactly where these guys are. Unfortunately, you know, this is a huge meta right now. People will grab the king bounty and they'll just drive around, fly helicopters, and just be very, very scary. You know, I'm not a huge fan of this. I just kind of wish king bounties weren't allowed to utilize vehicles. But again, there's things in this game that I don't like that we just have to deal with. So in this situation, a lot of players would just keep on chasing. They would be like, you know what? I'm gonna get his ass. And sometimes, you know, I let my ego get the best of me too. But sometimes you have to look at the situation and be like, holy shit, he's all the way across the map. We need to get safe. We're hurting on plates. We're hurting on ammo. We're hurting on this and that. It's just not worth. So of course, we're not gonna chase. All right, so going from stadium to farms is a huge wide opening. You got a whole highway, you got ridges, you've got hills, you got to climb with no cover at all. So we're gonna go ahead and get in the vehicle. However, as we're driving the vehicle, we do spot a whole team camping by the tents. So we just full send the shit out of them. If you notice, I'm taking shots and I'm going prone. A lot of players, and look, there's nothing wrong with it. This happens to everybody, but a lot of players will sit there and they'll just keep peppering until they get it down. Guys, don't be afraid to go prone, reload your gun, replate up, kind of let your health come back before you re-peek again. I was able to put shots on 3 different guys and suppress them and break their plates and get some downs without sacrificing my life. If I wouldn't have gone prone at all, those 3 guys would have absolutely annihilated me and I wouldn't have stood a chance. Guys, as I always try to preach, when you're in a gunfight, stay near cover. As you can see right here, I'm staying near a rock. You want to stay near cover as much as possible. That way, if you get shot at, you can duck behind, repair, replate, and then full send after that. And also, whenever I get a knock, if we outnumber the team at that point, my ass is going to full send that team. So if it's 3v3 and I get a knock, it's now a 3v2 or a 3v1 because that one guy's going for the res. That's a perfect opportunity to full send. As you can see here, we still don't have our own loadout, so I am unfortunately having to use someone else's loadout. You know, I need to do more build videos because these guys and the way they build their weapons just mind blows me. There's no wonder why we're killing these guys. These guys build their weapons as if they're Helen Keller. It's crazy to me the amount of recoil that these guys have on their Grawl, the amount of recoil they have on their MP5, the attachments they have on their M4. It's disgusting. I know not everybody watches YouTube, I get it, but I feel like we just need to spread awareness of what attachments do what. I know it could be confusing. I know there's a lot of attachments and there's a lot of different weapons. There's a lot of different stats and stuff like that. I know it's confusing, but I'm going to focus more on doing some setup videos for this purpose. All right, guys. So as you can see, I marked this building. No, I'm not wall hacking. I marked that building because that's where the cluster strike came from. If you guys didn't know this, whenever you call in a streak, the streak will start from your location and go to where you were aiming. So these guys right here called in a cluster strike to their north. So the cluster strike started above their building and slowly went to the enemy. That's just a little bit of advice I say, guys. If you see some streaks coming in, you can really kind of tell where the enemies are at based on where their streaks start at. Same thing goes for the Warthogs, guys. When the Warthogs are flying in, look what direction they're flying in from. That's where the enemy team's at. This isn't a myth. This isn't, I think this is a pure fact. All right, so we're in a fight with a team up here, and there's also a team down here. So we're gonna rotate to the team down here. Now, I'm gonna pause the video. What did I just do? I fucked up, right? Yeah. I messed up big time. So the reason why is because we had the high ground. We know that there's a team on the high ground, and we gave up the high ground and bailed out of a fight with the team that also had the high ground. So basically, the moral of the story is you always want high ground, and you do not want to turn your back to the team that has the high ground. But what did we do? And I don't know why. I don't know what was going on through my team's head, but we decided to bail out and push the team in the open. That might have been why, because they were easier targets instead of the people camped up in buildings. But you're going to see in a second why that was just a horrible play. So right here, the team that we decided to chase got killed by another team somewhere. Don't know what team it was, but now we're at the low ground. Now we're out positioned, and there's the team on the high ground taking shots at us. Now they're at such an angle right now. We have a little bit of a ridge, but we're not completely protected. So what this team did was, not only did they have the high ground, but they spread out and flanked. One guy went to the right, one guy kept the high ground on the left, and the other two pushed the middle. This was a perfect play from this team. They absolutely annihilated us, and they deserved every kill that they got. We never should have left the high ground. We never should have gave up the safe zone. We never should have gave up the high ground, period. Doing that just cost us our life. It cost us the game. Look, guys, that team outplayed us. We made a bad call. We got hungry for the easy kills. It happens to all of us. Moral of the story, guys, don't get hungry. Fight the team that's the immediate danger. Don't bail out of that fight, and don't go chase the Betty Joes out there who are just running out in the open and have no idea what they're doing. Because later on, when it comes to push and shove, the only teams that are going to really bother you are the teams that are camped up on the high ground. Bad call on my part, bad call on my team's part. We got outplayed. We got shit on. It is what it is. Guys, learn from my mistakes as well as my strategy. I really hope this video series continues to help you guys improve in your Warzone. Again, you're not going to come to this channel and see that many 20 and 30 kill games. I may post one every now and then, but that's not my purpose. When I play this game, I play with the mindset of, okay, what do I need to do to put myself in messed up situations and work my way out of these situations so that I can show my YouTube community how to work themselves out of these situations. This game is massive. This map is massive. And once they add more maps and more weapons and more players, it's going to get even more crazy. So let's just take this step by step, day by day, and let's all improve together. But guys, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and share it with your friends and share it with your shitty teammate, and share it with your teammates as well. But guys, y'all have a good one and good luck in Warzone. Yo, what is going on, guys? I really hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I'm going to be coming out with this series 3-4 times a week. So make sure you guys have your notifications on and you subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any situations you want to see me put myself into and work my way out of, let me know in the comment section below. I'm gonna try to get to everybody's suggestions throughout this entire series. But don't forget to check out some other tips and tricks videos and how to get better at mouse and keyboard. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.